an open tomb. It looks like there's various tables, graphs of like what parts have been stolen under lantern light, um, and you're looking at essentially an incomplete um, dwarf-shaped warforged. Now, dwarves made the warforged in their own image, and they're made of this thin but very, very strong-looking metal. Um, the faceplate of this one has been completely removed, and you're seeing the internals, and there's a lady pointing out, Sister Callian Varesco, what was taken, along with two other individuals. Thorin Brack, who is the elderly tombkeeper here, and his younger assistant Belric. Sister Callian is a record keeper, it seems. I believe Velky was up top with Thorin, and Belric and Callian were with the party down the stairs in these big tomb halls. Velky, you've made that revelation.
Okay. Yes, I think. Right. Thanks for your time, Florin. We'll just join back up with everyone very quickly and share some information.
I'm glad you came to some kind of conclusion.
Before we go, one question. Do you know much particulars about the technology that's been taken? It seems to be complicated parts related to this craft the dwarves do that I have not seen in the north.
He hesitates for a second. You do get that before he answers. Well, I'm more here to honor and maintain the honor of these graves. But to me, it seems like what was taken as the kind of stuff that makes them unique. The stuff that only we can do with these robotics. So it seems to me the thieves could be trying to reverse engineer, replicate those sorts of things. It's not the kind of stuff that you could sell on a black market, slot into another robot, and it would suddenly have consciousness. It's not simple. You seem like someone well versed in metal crafting and smithing. I'm sure you'd be aware of that. It's only valuable to those who know what it means.
Right. I'm just wondering now how this information got around and how people who don't know such things are interested in the tech.
That's our biggest question.
I hate to say this, but it seems like the people able to get inside were allowed inside by someone already in here, so I didn't get much on your words. You mentioned that they change after each incident, but if there's someone with a specific understanding or role involved with protecting the seals, it might be worth us seeing them.
We don't have anyone on the site. We usually bring them in from the kingdom during our audits. I suppose it would make sense if it was someone from inside, given how many times they've foiled us.
Well, I've still got a lot more to discuss. I'm just going to rejoin everyone.
Yes, you should inform your co-workers, colleagues, party members.
Yeah, and it works.
Right. Well, this way. And under the sort of lantern at the tip of his big staff he uses to brace himself, guides you back downstairs to the rest of the party.
Right. Yeah, I think first thing, just let everyone know. So, I found a couple things. It seems like whoever broke in here did it so from inside, and whether they allowed someone else in or did the stealing on their own, I'm not sure of yet. But also the stolen parts of the stolen parts seem to be specifically parts that are not easy to recreate. Things that contain memory and allow these creatures to live. Something we don't have in the north, so don't know if any of that helps, but that's what I found.
Can you, I've never really had much encounters with Warforged. Can you, like, plug that into another body?
I wouldn't think so. I think if someone's stealing this stuff, they'll have a plan for it, or the ability to create it out of itself, I guess.
I have two theories. The first is that they're extracting maybe something the Warforged might have experienced at some point in time. I'm a little less likely on that theory. Looking for something, a lost memory, some piece of information. The other thing I can gather is if they are taking the parts of the Warforged that are essential into making them alive, then would it be plausible to assume someone is creating a Warforged army somewhere?
Oh, jeez.
Gabriel, roll me a history check.
Okay. That's not something I was expecting.
It's weird
Okay,
that
let me roll.
the Zenith Empire are gonna make an
History.
army of this. What?
15. For you, that's enough.
Ooh.
So there have been Zenith connections, obviously, with the manor. Right. You're aware that these parts were going to the Zenith Empire. Or at least two.
They're involved, yeah.
Yeah. Someone was overseeing it. Luthe, specifically. There is one individual in the Church of Drakesh who is known to have an army of constructs. Who's known to experiment with robots. And he's known for it. He's known for the Platinum Legion. And that would be Saint Albert Shrike. The transmutation wizard.
Okay, I'm a little less grave about that outcome.
That's what you summon with your spell.
Oh, geez, Gabriel, it's you.
Oh, goodness gracious. I think Gabriel will relay this information saying, the Zenith Empire, obviously within the Church of Drakesh, not many usually tinker with robotics or mechanics like this, except for Saint Albus Shrike himself. Though I doubt he is actively stealing from the graves. He could be a point of contact. Question Marcus, he's my patron. Is there a way I can just like talk to him, or no?
Not from the south.
Okay, I see.
We gotta find a woman-shaped tree again.
How much time do we have before deadline?
5 days.
Jeez. It's getting short.
And if we go to the north, contact Shrike, go back to the south, how much time would that take?
So Bubido's already used his 6th today.
Yep.
For that. So you'd have to do a long rest, so 4 days. Then teleport, then do another long rest. And then teleport back to north. It'll leave you with like 2 days leeway.
And that's pushing it too tight. Here Gabriel will say, I think due to time constraints, we might have to bed this investigation for now. I feel like our next point of contact might be St. Albus Shrike. To ask him both about the Zenith Empire and this investigation. However, that can wait. These robberies have been happening for 20 years. I suppose another few days until after the Ashenstag might be best, unless we have a more immediate lead that pops up.
I think it would be too long to confirm that theory. But I think you're probably right. If all the shapes fit together, they likely are in the right place.
Makes sense to me.
Where else could you find the components to create a construct? Haven't seen many in the north before.
They wouldn't be in the north. It'll only be here.
Then the question is, who is recreating these constructs in the north? I know for certain St. Albus Shrike ain't got the affinity with these artifacts in order to create one. He got someone on the payroll helping him out. You know what I'm saying? Someone inventive.
Shrike would be best to ask for it.
I'm so just curious, guys. I know magic has a way of making people forget certain deals and things they've done. Do we think maybe we want to try to cast any sort of restoration spells on anyone? See if that might clear some memory from, say, a modified memory
I could.
spell.
I have 2 castings of Greater Restoration, however, that will cost 200 gold pieces worth of diamond dust.
If we're able to figure out that, I think it might be worth it. Just me personally.
As you guys are discussing this, Thorin sort of interrupts and goes, there is another one that might be worth looking at. It was one of the first. One of the first graves.
Alright. Guess we're going to go there first.
It was robbed 13 years ago. There's some kind of mystique, I think, was made there. That They folded back a cloth. That's not one of our faults. And although it's minute, I'll show you what I mean. Two of you can make insight checks.
All right.
I got this. I got this, guys.
Let's do it. Let him cook.
Not me.
Okay, you said 2, so
Yeah.
It's,
What insight skills are we running? Who's got high insight?
I got I think it's a 9 on my insight. It's,
Plus
if
9?
someone else can
What's the
beat the
rogue
plus
doing
9.
on insight? I always want to ask and make sure with Mads. We're asking for skill checks because there is the expertise amongst you.
oh, true.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bob. I don't want to roll, so I didn't want to,
Well,
Well,
there's
we get two rolls. So normally when I ask for a skill check, instead of like someone just rolling with like the help action, so if I tell the party like, oh, roll an insight check, instead of just one person rolling and someone else being like, I use their help action, I just let 2 people roll to reflect like the
Gotcha.
party's skill with it. So if you've got a higher than plus 9, you're welcome to roll insight.
I do have a higher than +9 if no one else can beat me.
Shoot
I
away.
have -1.
All you.
I
Go nuts.
I only have a plus 9. If you can beat that, absolutely go for it.
I got a +1.
Yeah, okay.
mine is +10,
Yeah.
and it will always be the highest because I'm the best.
Well, we've got a rogue with expertise here.
Oh, he's
So
so
skills.
insightful.
Skills are weird.
Yeah, no, that's true. Rogue could probably take.
Wait, oh my gosh, I'm throwing so hard. I'm so sorry. Let me take care of this really quick.
Yeah, well, I
10.
think that technically rolled higher than me. then.
Okay.
Joshi, all good.
28.
28. Okay.
Jesus.
Lenore. There's something very subtle that you notice. And it happens at the mention of restoration spells. And it's very subtle. Thorin just glances at Sister Callian, who happens to be the record keeper here, with like a wide look in his eyes, and then he immediately looks downwards. Just the slightest mannerism, very easily missable, just like eye movement.
Who is standing like at the back of the pack? In our group.
Someone can volunteer.
Melon, sure. I can be standing back.
I think Lenore would kind of softly nudge you with her elbow and do like a very, very demure, like 2-finger point to that motion that they did to point it out to Madeline.
Okay. Demure. Jesus. Yeah. Madeline will turn and look over there. Is the other person moving or doing anything at all?
You'd notice like he's staring. Probably by the time she points it out, he's just kind of looking at the ground as he mentions and brings up this other grave. With your +9 insight now that's pointed out, there's like a slight sort of nervousness in his tone.
Okay. I probably whisper to Lenore, do you think we should try to isolate her and try to get more details, perhaps?
I
So,
think missing
just-
us look. Okay.
Oh no, go on.
No, your turn. No, you go ahead. No.
I was just going to bring up like a little bit more detail about the NPCs to catch you guys up for those who weren't necessarily there. So you have so Thorin, yeah, he's been there for like over a century. Sort of old, big beard, like wearing like the Gravekeeper's cloak. He's got this big staff with a lantern on it. The younger guy, Belric, who hasn't spoken yet this session, is sort of at his heels all the time, like asking questions, really trying to get to the bottom of it. And Callien is the one that the party met in the archives here, who's and she's been very helpful with it and gave you the names of all of the Warforged graves that have been robbed and what was stolen and how long ago it was. So that's just the role of each. And then Callien sort of goes, yes, that would be a good idea, Thorin. I was about to bring it up myself. Please continue, Mads.
Just a reminder, Madeline was just whispering, like, should we pull her aside and isolate her and see about getting more details, some understanding from her?
If you think privacy is something worth accounting for, considering our interrogations, then sure. But I don't believe it is something we should overlook.
All right. Well, I definitely need someone else with me just for this conversation. Who to pick for be the Gabriel? Do you mind? Were you planning on going with the rest of the group? I think I need you for a second.
Sure. What do you need me for?
I'll pull you aside and try to whisper. I know we're like in the middle of like a whole group here, but I tried to catch up with Gabriel with what Lenore had seen and the idea of like isolating the one dwarf to hopefully see if we can't get her to.
There's enough space for you guys to get some privacy here. Like it's not necessarily like you're doing investigating. You can go off into a little group to discuss findings.
Well, if you'd like to isolate her, perhaps one or two people could go and investigate records while the rest keep Thorin busy looking at whatever they wanted to show.
Yeah, I think that's probably for the best.
We are talking about.
So Lenore saw the older dwarf point to what was her name again?
Sister Callien?
Sister Callien. I figure we probably want to pull Sister Callien aside and see what's going on there, because
Oh, I remember now. The record keeper.
Mhm.
Suspicious how this all went by without her knowing.
it's the other dwarf is trying to show us the records, but the record keeper, she's not the one doing that, which is pretty curious. So I think we pull her aside and try to have a conversation with her.
Francis is gonna walk over. What are you guys talking about?
Listen harder, Francis. You would learn something.
Madeline, could you please repeat that one more time?
You just see Madeline looking straight up to the ground, like, why? Okay, so while we are supposed to be going to look at the records, the record keeper, sister, I forget her name again, but
It's fine.
she
I'm
is-
fucking.
yeah. She's not for some reason doing that
Callien.
herself. Sister Kaya, thank you, Modo, and she isn't
record
the one doing that. And it appears that Lenore was able to see what looked like a very subtle. There was some look that she was given by the head dwarf, so I figured we probably want to isolate her, try to see about getting some understanding of what's going on. So, just my 2 thoughts, but I think we try for something like that.
Did y'all find any other suspicious people yet?
Wait, sorry, Madeline, hang on. Velky, we have something to tell you.
Guys, what are we talking about?
Dwarf's just like watching this fucking group huddle. Hey, Linda, get over here real
What about
quick.
the dwarves to ask us what's going
I wasn't
on?
paying attention.
Let's just keep it going until
What are you
actually go
talking
there
about?
and read the story.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Don't worry,
He's
man.
having a
Lunch.
conversation.
Discussing lunch.
Like every member of the
Big
Tavorka
lunch.
family comes in at some point. What's going on here?
I hear
Hold on, it's, hey, I'm back, guys. What's going on over here?
Oh my god.
Well, my suggestion for that would be for the party to go follow Thorin and 1 or 2 people to ask the archivist for, well, you know, to go investigate the archivist. If you wanted her isolated and away from these other 2.
Yeah, I think we do want to isolate and try to get some. But who should we go do that? Who should go do that? I feel like someone with some high insight and some persuasion and intimidation.
Well,
But mostly persuasion, because I don't think we need to start getting ourselves arrested again. Look straight at Francis.
Okay,
Jesus.
but I would like to redeem myself here.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think you should. My suggestion would be Lenore and Francis as 2 people to go.
Okay.
Alright.
Fair enough.
Is that agreeable to you, Lenore?
I would be remiss to lose the opportunity to explore these tombs, but if this is your request, I will obey.
Alright.
All right then. All right, and I'll go with the rest of the group to go look through these archives. And don't worry, Lenore. I'll try to see if I can't get as much documentation, all this other stuff as possible for you, if you so wish. Or we can go later if the time allows.
So we're just all huddled together right now. Can we-
Yeah, we're doing a little
Like
group
a-
huddle right now.
Unveiled on 3.
3, 2, 1, unveiled.
How are you proposing this split? I suppose as some of you, wanting to, you're going up to Sister Callian and asking to question her.
I think Gabriel would go up to Thorin with those who are going, the distraction squad, and just sort of start the conversation of like, oh yes, please, lead the way. Kind of shoot them out.
And
of
Sister
the
Callian
situation.
does go to follow you guys.
Oh, she goes to follow
to
us.
the next location, with Belric and stuff as well.
I could say a little. Oh, that reminds me. I haven't had a proper look at the records. Lenore, Francis, would you mind taking a look for me? It's best to kill 2 birds with 1 stone and see how much information we can get here.
Yes, sir.
Could I say in Southern Dwarvish to the sister, if you wouldn't mind leading the way, I'll take a look at some of the records that you personally overlook.
And looks around, goes, "And where's we go then?" And yeah, she goes to take you to the records hall.
Alright.
So, which group would we like to go with first? Let's go with the records group, I think. So Francis and Lenore.
While we're walking there, can Lenore just be making like conversation of, so how did you start here? What's your early career like? Any kids? Things like that.
So, girl, what are the benefits like? You know, how's the health insurance?
Do you get dental?
I was raised in the Scholars Arms of Thames Forge. And I excelled in my class and was given this honourable position 30 years ago.
Ah, so you've here during the what was the term? The first excavation?
I was here during the first robbery, yes.
Be honest, do you have any suspicions?
Who did you ask that?
I think... She kind of looks at you for a second, Lenore, and goes, the humans had always been jealous of our artifice. It would make sense if there were some particularly skilled thieves and magic practitioners who wanted to learn and get to the bottom of it. That was always my theory.
Ugh, you telling me, sister, humans are the worst. I'm gonna throw my hand on Lenore's shoulder. Lenore's human, right?
Yes.
Luckily, Lenore here is one of the good ones.
Is she telling the truth? Or is she
Roll me an insight check.
she's telling a bunch of baloney? Okay.
Let's find out.
20.
She seems to be pretty truthful as far as you're aware. You don't sense much
Sorry.
hesitation or necessarily veiled truths behind her words.
Has anything specifically happened to make you suspect your neighbors?
We don't have many neighbours. And the kind of, I suppose, people that I'm aware of that could even do anything with the parts that have been stolen would all be Dwarven government and Crown Artifice, who already have access to this technology. The elves despise Artifice. So out of our two neighbours, makes it much more likely that, well, either humans have done it or they paid off some dwarves to do it for them. Some traitors to our kingdom. You people don't live very long, though. It's over 20 years. Seems like long spans of time for humans to be operating under. Which makes me think it could be an organisation of some kind. But we have no leads. And I'm a lore keeper, not a detective.
Of course, how could they be so silly? Why else would you look down and be so ashamed back there when we mentioned possible solutions to your conundrum?
I just would have hoped we would have been the ones by now to fix it without having to rely on outside help. Doesn't exactly paint the best picture of our people when we can't fix our own problems anymore.
Don't be so hard on yourselves. You've got a lovely little community here. Every once in a while, everyone needs some help. And, just, we might give you some kind of information that might make it all click. You might still figure it out on your own. You never know. I've had a question actually about these Warforged, if you don't mind.
Ask away.
You have to pardon me here. I'm not from the South, and this is all kind of new to me. What exactly what makes a Warforged different from another kind of construct? What makes it more life-y?
There was one artificer a while ago who, before she existed, constructs were just lifeless servants. They're good at following orders. The complex thought and emotion that our metal brethren have now was utterly impossible. The artifice was still there. They're still beautiful, complex machines, but machines was what they were. When she passed, she left us with blueprints, a theory, for not exactly creating a soul, but emulating one. When that was put into practice, results were that our machines became, at least from a personality and emotion-wise, indistinguishable from mortals. Or at least that's how the story goes. They are closely guarded secrets, and even we, the staff here, don't quite know the true purpose that each of the parts stolen can provide, but also whether they actually have souls or not is another closely guarded secret. But they are our kin, and they are close enough to us that they deserve the same honours when they have fallen.
Lenore, can I speak to you in private for a moment?
Yeah, sister, give us, yeah, huddle.
So sorry. All right.
As you
I need
wish.
you to help me out here, because I don't normally do this whole formulating ideas thing, so bear with me.
You're doing great.
These parts that are being stolen are effectively physical. Okay, the sister just said a minute ago that she's not entirely sure it's entirely safeguarded if these things even have souls to begin with. But assuming they do, these parts that are being stolen are effectively physical souls, right?
In theory.
What if that's why they're being taken? What if it's some kind of magic ritual that requires souls of some kind, and this is just a very easy way to acquire them? Why go through a whole, magic nightmare ritual to take a soul out of a person when you can just dig it up out of the ground?
Well, it is still unclear whether these souls are imitations or perhaps fragmentations of souls to be a costly way of acquiring such a resource, but depending how dubious the power supply to these machines were, it is possible.
I'm just saying right now, our whole goal here is to, go fight the Ashen Stag, whose whole thing is dealing in souls. He makes contracts and stuff, right? I don't know. I might be piecing things together that don't fit. I'm just thinking out loud here.
I would be surprised to see Ashen Stag was behind this, considering this is his homeland.
Yeah, no,
Is there a reason you suspect him specifically?
it's just the only person I know, a person, air quotes, that I don't know, has anything to do with souls right now. I think I'm reaching here. Never mind. Sorry.
No. Okay, so no, you're doing great. Ashen Stag. Okay, so let's go with that. It you know what? It would explain how they even know this is even an option. Otherwise, I would wonder how a northerner would have any of this information outside of having multiple inside sources.
All right.
I mean, not all dwarves can be as and she'll cast a glance back at her sister. Patriotic as she is.
All right. I'm gonna try something. Hold on, sister. Excuse me. I know.
Turns back around.
I know you just said a minute ago that the question of the Warforged having souls is a closely safeguarded secret. We want to help you. We want to find out what's going on there. Is there any way you could point us towards? Do you know anything else about this? About this question of if they have souls or not?
The ring of artifice is controlled directly by the crown. Now, our inventions, every one of our citizens can practice artifice. That's just the kind of people we are. We use magic and we develop it. But if you want the big stuff, the stuff that's reserved for war times, the stuff that creates new citizens, that is crown clearance. You would need a commission from a very high station, of which, with all due respect, as foreigners, you're not going to get granted, whether it's paramount to your investigation or not. These are the closest guarded secrets we have, and that's saying something, because we are a people of secrets, to the point where people are wanting to rob our graves for those secrets. If that's what we can assume it is, which is, given how skilled and well planned out it is, I would think they're not trying to sell anything that they're stealing.
Mr. Diamondback, as soon as we reach land, I'll be happy to petition the Dwarven King for a meeting. I'm sure he'd be amenable.
I'm so sorry. What did you say? In front
of her, Lenore says to you, as soon as we reach land, I would be happy to petition the king, the Dwarven king, for a private meeting. I'm sure he'd be more than amenable.
Thank you, sorry. All right, apologies. Continue on with the wherever we were going. I'm sorry.
Okay. That's all cut back to the other half of the party. On their way to the new grave. Or, well, the new one that you're looking over. Scrolling through notes, scrolling through notes, scrolling through notes. Grave 8. Here we go. You're taken into an older wing. The stonework's slightly less dressed than the central aisle that you were on. Brother Accord is the name of the Warforged that you're being taken to. His tomb is broader and lower than Garrick XI's. Built from a pale grey stone, as opposed to a black granite. Which makes it seem like maybe he was lower in rank. The lid has been shifted and braced as, the same as it was at the first grave that you visited. But the space around it is less prepared. It seemed like this was sort of like a backup option. The inspection lamps are positioned correctly, as they were at the last time. But one of the padded cloths on the side table is slightly askew, as it's sort of been set up in a hurry, maybe. But Gabriel and Velki, as you reach here, can both of you roll me religion checks? I assume you guys are the ones with the highest religion, otherwise whoever has the highest religion. The top two can roll me religion checks.
Madeline might have more than me. I have a +6.
I only got a 5.
I also have
Madeline,
6.
what's your religion? Oh, those +6.
I'm a +2. It's
Oh,
look
okay.
more or someone else.
Abaddon and Gabriel, though.
Gabriel and Bodo. Okay. 22.
24. Both of you catch this. There's a ceremonial cloth at the sides of the Warforged, in the coffin. And it's folded and tucked there. Something seems off with it. Gabriel, even when you grew up, you've seen a few, funerals. And this is not the Dwarven folds. It's so hard, or it's so easy to miss, but you guys both got above 20. And especially for you, Gabriel, who's Drakeshi, this is done with... It's folded as you would for a worshipper of Drakesh, ceremonially. Not in a Dwarven style.
Oof.
So, for reference, the Dwarven cloth is folded inward at the corners first, and then rolled towards the body's center.
Gabriel will ask.
This is not that. I will tell you as well while you're here. There's a few things that were taken. The throat box. So the thing that vocalizes speech was taken. The chest plate and some form of brace for the lower skull, which contains, from what you're aware, or what Thorin will tell you, motor function.
Is the memory processing unit still in this one, or also taken?
No, the memory processing is still here. There was just a few things that were taken.
Do we have a list of all the things that were taken so far? 'Cause it feels like
I can provide you everything that was taken from all of the 15 Warforged. Yes, you have that
Absolutely.
list.
okay, yeah.
Would you like me to read it off?
Yes, please. It's gonna be a
Okay.
puzzle piece. They're gonna match.
If everyone, everyone who's bothering taking notes, I suppose get your notes ready. So from the first one that was taken, thought core, so memory housing. The second was what's called a voice memory cylinder, which is used for allegedly preserving like personality consistency. So it keeps them on a consistent personality. From the third, there was what was taken was what's called a moral lattice brace, which keeps morale consistency. From number 4, the thought core was taken again.
So they have 2 of the same items again.
Yeah.
Is that the all that was taken? And then what was taken
No.
again?
No.
Oh,
So what was taken from 5?
Yep.
Was what's called a temperament ring used to stabilize personality. There was a rod taken from 6 that is involved with long-term memory. From 7, there was a rare part that it had installed, which is called a Judgment Gaia. And it was to do with, I suppose, aligning, like, I guess, decisions based on morality.
like reasoning. Okay.
Yeah.
This is all like emotional, like mental stuff that's been taken so far.
Yeah.
Huh.
So number 8, and another throat box. Sorry, that was the throat box that was taken. The one that you're looking at. So number 9, there was a few thoracic rods that was taken. And one of these components is called a soul weight brace.
What is, okay.
Of which the purpose apparently is classified.
Oh. Great.
I see.
On number
Something
10,
to do with the weight of a soul, I guess.
on number 10, what's called a continuance lock was taken, which is another long-term tool to preserve identity. From number 11, a conductive conscience loop was taken, which has something to do with ethics. From number 12 is another rarer or more unique part. It's called a personhood seed. And it's for developing personality. From number 13 was a mnemonic echo spindle, which is classified. From number 14, both arms, full arms, and the scalp plate. And 15 was the one that you saw, where part of the left arm and a memory core.
So they started out with a whole bunch of mental stuff, and now switched over to arms. Okay, interesting.
But the trend, which is aligned with what you've been seeing, is it's all to do with like preserving identity, morality, personality. It's the parts that differentiate these things from like machines. The things that give them consciousness.
Intelligence.
Yeah. Intelligence, personality, morality, those things.
Then like 2 voice boxes for some reason.
2 voice boxes and then 2 arms. Yeah.
It sounds like to me they're making like a big, like, should I say that in character? Actually, maybe not. I don't know. It sounds like to me that they're making like a big AI thing that's like, you know, sort of like an authority on morality, and they're using it as like this is how we know if you were good or not type of thing. I don't know.
I have a feeling they're trying to it's all about preservation here. And they have the thing for developing personality as well. So theoretically, we are missing some things like the soul weight brace, right? Theoretically, if you're able to implant someone's soul, someone dying, it allows one to live further on as a Warforged, right? Fully functional with their judgment, their morality, their ethics, their personality. As to who could that? I don't say this out loud because obviously Thorin's right there.
I think this is just like speculation minute here.
Yeah, speculation minute.
Potentially, they could also be creating like an artificial being or something with like organic and inorganic components, like Frankenstein. But I think that other idea is probably more correct. It could be like trying to resurrect someone or something.
Yeah, yeah. I have a feeling Gabriel thinks that the next lead for this specific instance, he wants to know if there are any key figures in the Zenith Empire's history that they're maybe trying to resurrect or preserve. But Shrike would know that. If there are any
Do
key...
they have a Jesus? Or I guess that, well,
okay. Or maybe they're... The other thing is maybe they're actually just trying to create Drakesh for whatever reason. They're also religious fanatics.
Yeah, like they're trying to build a vessel for God or something.
Yeah, something like that. Gabriel will ask Thorin, who was in charge of burying this Warforged?
The process of constructing this place, it was before my time, but from what I've heard, the soldiers marched home with the bodies of the fallen, and then came to this place, and they built it together, the survivors, and buried their lost. It was all of the survivors from the battle.
And only the survivors?
They were all we had at the time.
I see.
Every single able-bodied dwarf marched on those days.
I do
There
wonder...
are more of them then than there are now.
I see.
Wait, there's more of the...
There was more dwarves and Warforged before their battle with the dragon at Storm Valley
Gotcha.
than there is now,
Hmm.
is what they're saying. And that was the whole thing with Thames Forge, is that the dwarves never recovered from that grudge. They lost most of their people in that battle.
Thorin, if I might ask a bit of history, do you know if the dwarves were homogeneous in their reconstruction? Or did maybe some groups or individuals fall away?
That's a hard question to answer. But from what I've heard and read from our elders and predecessors, there was nothing more uniting than carrying out a grudge together.
Nothing like being the chef someone with the boys.
I have a feeling the Zenith Empire was already there. long, long ago. Okay. Can I ask about this particular Warforged? Who was he?
Good question. Let me search my notes.
Maybe he was a special Warforged and he got, buried differently for
Oh.
whatever reason.
Good catch. Potentially, like the qualities of the bodies that these come from could have some role in their choices. Like we
Yeah.
want the voice box of this guy who's really good at talking, or something.
Yeah,
like
right.
that.
Yeah.
Or like this guy was a great philosopher. We want his morality stone or whatever the fuck they have.
Mm.
He has to search around a little bit on the tomb to find notes. But what he does come back with is he says, allegedly, Brother Accord was a musician before he was called to service.
And sorry, what was taken from this grave again? Is it the left arm and the memory core?
No, the throat box.
Well, that kind of makes sense.
Sorry, what did he say he was?
He was a musician.
Musician. Okay.
He was a piano player and responded to the call to action along with all of his other kin and his orchestra. He fell 2/3 into the battle and he was crafted 15 years prior to his death. He was 15 years old. Just a boy.
I'll let you in on this, Thorn. If you can see, this one is very differently to the rest. It's not... It's odd. Wouldn't you agree?
It is. That's why I brought you over here.
For sake of time, Gabriel's gonna ask about the personalities of each other person, each in the grave. Is there any, significant ones?
A majority of them were soldiers.
Okay. But I mean, specifically, for example, the 10th one had, or the 11th one had, ethics, right? To do with ethics. Were they ethical in there?
Not necessarily. He was a banner holder, so he's more like morale.
Okay.
There was number 2, the other one with the voice taken.
Yeah.
His official title was Oath Bearer. So he was one who was sort of, I suppose, given the task with, carrying out these oaths, similar to the role of a judge.
So, maybe not entirely connected there.
Okay.
I'm just trying to gloss over. The one who had the arms taken, Kessa 2, apparently was a temple guard.
Avoid practice arms.
Like, there's some correlation, I guess. Like, the Oath Bearer was the one for preserving personality. So they'd be rigid in their belief. Because they bear oaths and stuff. Temple guard, both arms, musician, throat box. It's not the strongest link, but I'm just checking.
It may just be like, you know, you look around at the graves, you see this guy did something with his voice.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm picking this one for the hero box. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Potentially, yeah.
Less sought out and more just kind of in the moment, picking whatever looks best. Opportunistic. Yes.
Might I ask if I could take a look at this cloth that this Warforged is wrapped around?
By all means. And Belric kind of looks at him and goes, "That secret burial cloth, what are you doing, Thorin?" "They're here to help, Belric."
Thank you. Gabriel will ask them to do it just because he doesn't want to desecrate it accidentally with his unclean hands or whatever.
Yes, so Belric picks it up very respectfully. The cloth itself is dwarven. It was just folded in the way that you recognize ceremoniously from funerals of Drakesh follows.
Yep. Okay.
Like it was done out of a habit.
Okay. Well,
do we know who wrapped this particular cloth, like before it was messed with? Like who was the one who specifically buried this guy?
It would have been wrapped by one of the soldiers. Although, oftentimes I will go round and check them. In order to clean and maintain the bodies.
Do you think there's a possibility that this body was wrapped after it was stolen from? Or like during that time, not from all the way back?
It certainly could have been removed. I don't doubt that during the process, if they didn't want it getting in the way. And then maybe it was changed when it was put back.
That's what I'm possibly thinking as well. If I'm not saying this out loud, but if someone of the Zenith Empire did rob the place, it kind of makes sense that they'd pay respect to Drakesh or whatever by burying it in what method they deemed fit. So this might not have been all the way back when, but for when it was stolen from.
Could have been a new guy, just like didn't get the memo and messed up. I was just like, oh, they didn't tell me to bury it that way, so I just buried it how I normally do it.
Yep, could have been a mistake, force of habit.
An innocent assumption.
Final question. This might not be relevant at all, but can you tell me about the gods that the dwarves worshipped?
We are not much of a divine people, but those of us who are religious worshipped A great being called Ojun. It was a material god, or still is. It's no longer here. It's a wandering being.
I see. I was trying
When
to
it
see, like,
was-
oh, sorry, go.
When it was last here, it looked much like those clockwork titans we have posted at Tense Forge, but more refined. Bigger, its plates were thicker. It wouldn't talk, it would just walk around. People would follow it on its journeys and gain scientific knowledge. The last time it wandered across this continent, that was when I suppose they started making sentient machines. No one knows where it goes, why it goes the places that it goes, why it continues to walk aimlessly, or at least to our temporary beings, it seems aimless.
I see.
Some see
If I'm honest, I'm quite perplexed. I have no idea what to do next.
How about we take a little 10-minute break?
Okay.
Yep.
Can have a think, and then we might cut back to
The record people.
Lenore and Francis at the records.
I
See
think
you
I was
guys in
reaching
10.
at absolutely nothing. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you're good.
See you guys.
Bro, this is so weird. Why is it wrapped like that? Why are the rest of them not wrapped like that? Is this one important? Was this one just forgotten? Or-
No,
Well,
I think you misunderstood. I think like whatever person is grave robbing, I feel like they swapped in like a new person, and they just forgot
Yep.
to do it in the dwarf method.
Either it's going to
Okay,
be that there's
covered it.
more than one grave robber, which is either they're all work for the same group or there's two grave robbers. It's one or the other. But
I think they all work for the Zenith Empire. I think it's just like
most likely
it's
yeah.
probably multiple. If one of the reburials was done differently,
Wait,
either that or
this-
maybe potentially whatever Warforged was buried might have had some allegiance to the Zenith Empire, and to pay respect to them, they buried them in the Zenith way as opposed to the Dwarven way, or rather reburied them.
I was
There's
inclined to
any-
think there was a middleman, but seeing this wrapped Drakeshian, no, this is directly Zenith Empire. I agree.
I'm actually very confused right now because I'm looking at all the parts that are taken. Only recently do they start grabbing like arms and like parts that,
The physical
from my
stuff.
understanding,
Theoretically, like if I'm trying to rebuild like a AI super robot, I'm gonna start with the brain
The brain.
and then work
yeah.
my way out.
right?
Like the arms are the last thing I need. I have arms at home, you know. I can slap some arms, you know. I can
But
make
do
those
we-
myself.
Do you need 3 arms?
No, I changed the 15th one. I wrote it wrong. It is the throat box that they got from the last one,
Okay.
not left arm
Okay.
memory core.
Okay. Because
So
that,
make sure that it's smart. Make sure that it can talk, and then you do the rest. And
they
maybe
got
somewhere
2
through
throat
that,
boxes though.
But why do
Oh.
why do they take everything so slowly?
Right.
Why not just rob everything at once?
It might be that they already had the pieces and they're just replacing it over time.
Something
But
I
that
mean,
means they would have
if they already
stolen the
have this
pieces all
thing
the way at the
built-
beginning to replace. Like they would have had pieces to replace them already.
Unless this is a warforged who's trying to like injured and is trying to rebuild.
I think it's pretty hard to get injured
I-
that much as a Warforged.
Actually,
This is
River.
like personality and ethics and morality. I don't know if injuries is gonna be the one.
Well, I mean,
you know.
if you're hitting the head, you gotta replace and their roar. Just imagine replacing their brain parts, probably.
Yeah, but
I'm
they're
more in-
already like immortal, and I feel like if you're missing that much of your brain, then
You know,
I think
River
that's
is.
I think that's a plausible idea if the Zenith Empire wasn't connected. But since they are,
yeah.
I'm less leaning on this idea that it's Warforged rebuilding himself.
I
Unless
think
it's the
I think
Zenith
it's
Empire
someone.
rebuilding Warforge.
I
Yeah,
don't.
potentially. I think it's someone in the Zenith Empire. They have a project that they've already worked on, and they're just trying to repair it. You know, where like it keeps running out of voice boxes, it needs to replace the voice box. Maybe an arm fell off.
I'm just curious. Do you know for sure that like your saint isn't a Warforge? I know he's made out of like a
We
suit
can,
of
we can
armor.
literally ask him, but not right now. It has to be in the north.
Yeah.
He is kind of like, isn't he like strangely tall and animalistic?
I don't know about animalistic, but
Shrike.
he's a human that basically suffered horrible injuries and was confined to a suit of armor for the rest of his life.
It would make sense if he has to constantly wear armor.
What?
And
What is Luthay? Is he he was wearing a mask, right?
We have no idea. Yeah, we have no idea. We think it could be a robot for all we know.
He had a mask on when we saw him.
Yeah.
There's too many masked people. I feel like if Shrike is wearing armor all the time and if he was horrifically injured, then maybe he had to get like an artificial voice box. And maybe he had to replace his arm and shit. Like maybe that's why he wears armor all the time, to hide that he's got robot
slowly
components.
slowly changing to a robot at this point.
Plausible, but I don't think it's Shrek. I don't think it's Shrek.
He wouldn't do that.
It could be Luthay. It could also be
Luthay.
Yeah, it could be Luthay.
Yeah, it definitely can't.
Especially because we haven't seen him. He could just be like a robot guy. I don't know. Why do you need 3 throats and 2 arms?
To be the throat goat. I don't know.
Throat goat, for real. Alright, let me grab a drink real quick, but I'll think about that.
Okay.
This is
Questions everywhere. What do you make of this, Rizzy?
Whoever needs 3 throats, they've been screaming a lot or
They've
something.
been throating like a goat.
They've been doing a lot of yapping.
They've
been slurping down some glizzies.
I got nothing, man. I got nothing on this. Why is it so spread out? I mean, the fact that it started 20 years ago, it's got to be linked to like the church and when the North contacted the South and stuff.
Yeah.
But this whole place has been like, we thought it was like secret until recently, and like, why would the church be interested or get something out of your map of that continent if they know about this continent already? How they know about this continent but not the extent of the continent Exodus is on?
Yeah, that's true. Why would they need a map if they already know?
If they know such a, because it feels like this continent is more what the fuck, we didn't know this existed than everything else. That like if Klaus had been here already or something, you'd be like, what the fuck? How?
Yeah, it's odd. Very suspicious. Yeah, I have no idea.
Dude,
I actually have no idea.
Why are they doing it so slowly? Who has 20 years to do this?
But to be fair, we do know the Zenith Empire works really, really slowly.
Yeah.
That's just like their MO.
I just can't believe there isn't a civil war with the humans yet of this. I feel like year 5 would come around and you'd be like, alright! It's time to start fucking pointing fingers. I don't care anymore. I don't know if we get anywhere further before. Like, I don't think we solve this before we gotta get the head of the stag.
No, I don't think so either.
Like, I feel like next step is Shrike, which is like,
yeah,
we gotta go.
All
meet
roads
him.
seem to lead to Shrike. Yeah. Oh, the Isles of Vester in the north.
Yeah.
But tell us more about the Zenith Empire and this whole Warforged thing.
Hmm.
Bro, I genuinely thought this Warforged quest thing would just be like a side quest to do during downtime. I was wrong. Goodness gracious.
I don't even want any more metal. I don't get nothing out of this. But it's good, you know. Oh, it keeps Phil from like blowing up the world by talking too much.
Did I come up with anything?
I'm letting my brain rest a bit.
We're cooked.
Do we have any suspects?
Right, not at the moment, but hopefully we're confirming with Lenore and Francis' investigations.
I feel like they would have needed an inside man. Like it's an inside man and then Zenith Empire guy, and there you go. Because they needed someone to do the magic for the door, right?
Yeah, someone damaged the seals inside.
Broken out from inside, yeah. Means someone's got a job. I already explained this, but yeah. Yeah.
Modified
Someone
memory
stayed
on
past
that
their
person.
shift. Someone stayed past their shift in that tomb and just broke out after everyone left.
Bro, I said I'd let my brain rest, but why am I playing chess?
Dude, what did the... Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense, does it? Not the race.
What? Maybe? We don't know much about the race, I have no idea.
Okay. I'm thinking we got... I like the Zenith Cyborg idea. I think that's what we'll call it. Or it's either Luthe or Shrike, or maybe they keep getting battle damaged and they have to keep replacing parts of them.
Hello, I'm back, guys.
I think it's an idea, but the Zenith Empire are not selfish. I don't think they'd be making moves for their own benefit. I think there's a bigger plan here.
I think they're more of a utilitarian. Like, if Shrike survives, that's better for the greater good than it is for, those body parts to lie in the grave.
Is the Luthea in connection to Drakesh from here?
The Zenith Empire has Drakesh written all over it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, as in like...
Luke is the Zenith Empire connection, and then the funerary cloth is the connection to Drakesh that you've seen here.
Yeah, because it's like, does he act on his own? Like, would he do the shit for himself? I don't know.
Is it common for people who aren't like priests of Drakesh to know the burial method like that?
Burial's pretty sacred in that faith. It'd be similar to like, churchgoers knowing the communion process.
Okay, so like if I'm just like a standard, like my name's Billy, I'm a farmer, but I believe in Drakesh.
If you've been to a funeral, you've probably witnessed the process.
Okay, alright, thank you.
So for Gabriel, it was easy. For Bubba he would have been like, "Oh, yeah, I've seen that somewhere."
Okay.
Like just as a well-learned individual.
So it's common ball of knowledge. Common ball.
This is
yeah.
ball knowledge.
Yeah. Granted, to fold the things would have had to be like, a priest or something, but like, a common Drakesh worshipper would be able to recognize it.
Okay. Right, so it's likely done by the hands of the priest. Of a priest. No. You hear that? Okay, I think we got...
Okay, what's the verdict
We
here?
got nothing.
So that fold was done by a priest, unless I'm misinterpreting your words. Because an average person would understand that's how that's supposed to look, but not how to do it necessarily. Whereas a priest would know exactly how to do it.
Yep.
Okay, so whoever reburied that corpse was a priest of Drakesh, potentially.
Alright then.
So we got that. I'm gonna write that down somewhere. The burial, re-burial for corpse. It was 8, right?
8. Yep.
It's done by the hands of a Drakesh priest. That is not nothing.
Yeah, we're eliminating down the.
That means a priest has been now.
Yep.
It wasn't just some nobody they sent in. There are. It's kind of like the Catholic Church where they have like a ton of priests and saints and shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they're not. Drakesh is commonly believed to be the most worshipped god, but like in total. But the thing it has over the others is that it's a lot more uniform. So like there's official ranks, there is an overarching church structure, and inherently it's a god of law, so like there's going to be more structure to its worship. There are universals to it. Whereas like worship to Drakesh from nation to nation is going to be very similar. Like the processes, it's universal processes. Whereas the others are like a lot more beholden to regional variants and different interpretations. So, for example, like the Spiral of Thon, to bring up an earlier thing, is like specifically a Uritol symbol for him.
Right.
That was a local symbol that's local to Uritol sects.
Right. So it's less interpretive with.
Yeah, it's less interpretive. It's less sort of like you don't have like pagan variants. Whereas with Shadal, the dwarven worship of Shadal and the elven worship of Shadal is completely different in the north. But it's ultimately the same god. But like wars have been fought over the worship of that god and how it's interpreted between the dwarves and the elves. So you've got like the most structured is Drakesh, the least structured is Vetix. The Vetix is like the weird enigmatic one. To answer your question, so yeah, Drakesh, the church is a lot more uniform there. We'll wait for Pen to come back from feeding his cat before we get back into it. I would actually like from that interaction with Thorin. Please feel free to prompt insight checks yourselves, guys, but I'd like Babado and Madeline are welcome to roll.
All right. Thank you, Dice God. Thank you.
Madeline notices this, and I think Babado you do as well, just not to the same extent. Thorin seems notably like less on edge.
Notably less on edge. I wonder if that means he thinks we're buying into what he's selling. Actually,
He seems a bit more relaxed. I'll put it like that.
more relaxed. I wonder if he's trying to give us the runaround right now because he was nervous before. So he was nervous before, and now he's more relaxed. Why would he be more relaxed?
What situation was he nervous?
So, from my understanding, he was at least giving the sister a look of some concern, something there, which prompted me to start thinking he's nervous about something. If he's looking at another one of his, the people
What
in
was
the temple.
the context? What was the conversation over there?
This was just when he's taking us over to this, the tomb, to this particular grave.
Yeah, so beforehand you discussed how he was, like, how he was sort of looking downwards, and, like, tried to get you guys to look at this tomb, and he seems more relaxed.
Yeah.
For example, like, letting you guys touch the funerary cloth.
Right, so...
Yeah, his disposition's a bit more casual.
Right. Which, in my opinion, means there's one of two things either going on. One, that this guy knows more and is trying to lead us down a bad path, in which case I'm thinking he's a person of suspect that we need to go after. Or, we're here, we're solving his problems, so he's more relaxed. But the second...
No, I think another option is that potentially he feels pressured under the presence of that woman, Castellian.
Well, she's still here, isn't she? She's still nearby.
She's with the other. She's with the other two.
Right.
That's another factor that changed. So I'm thinking maybe he was nervous because she was watching him, and now that she isn't, he feels more free. He's letting us touch stuff that he wouldn't normally because he's not being watched.
Okay. So then should we then start asking questions about the sisters? Like, hey, how's your relationship with some of the other members of the...
I mean, we should do that regardless. Yeah.
Yeah. But how
we should
how
do
we
it
go
with
about doing
we
it?
should specifically do it with each other member so it doesn't look like we're specifically targeting someone.
Yeah.
That way it's not like strange.
Yeah. I don't think we bring up her name first if we ask like these
Definitely
we bring
not.
up yeah, we
You
bring
gotta
up
be careful. No.
yeah, we gotta bring up someone else first. These two other people first, then we'll bring up her and then we'll ask about other people afterwards. So
Then we have to like kind of double check that and see if we get Castellian and him in a room together, is the response the same? Is the reaction the same? That he's more nervous with her around?
right. Absolutely.
And if not, then that means that something else is going on with him and not
Yeah.
Castellian. But I think the big factor that changed is that we got Castellian away.
Alright then. We're gonna go start asking questions then.
Ooh, why is it so cold? Jeez.
Okay. Maybe we can continue on this while Pen's off feeding his cats. Sorry, Mads. We'll get back to you. and then we'll cut back when you guys return, or when Penn returns. I assume you're here, Mads, even though you're muted.
Oh yeah, I've been chilling.
No worries.
Being chill.
Yeah.
Being chilling. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
How do? Ooh.
Is there anything? Just from you, Liam, as well. Is there anything that you wanted to do while you're here, as the Velk, as Velkanovsky?
I think most of the things have been picked apart in the room specifically. So I'm just hanging around. Just waiting to support.
No worries.
Can I cast message on someone I can't see? Or target creature within range.
How are you approaching this, Madeline? Are you telling the rest of the party sort of what you noticed?
Yes, I'll pull the party members aside, be like, hey, listen, he's way more relaxed now, despite his initial nerves. Either it's because of the sister or something else, but we should probably start asking about the relationship they have with other members, while not bringing her name to the front at first, and going from there.
Right, sounds good to me. I'm not the queen of subtlety, so I might let someone else start.
Okay. Do you want to or do you want me to? I don't mind.
Well, you have better persuasion rolls, so.
Okay, sure. Here, Gabriel will say, what's his official title? Is it Warden? Gravekeeper?
I believe it's just Gravekeeper, but let me double check.
I'm also going to be carefully analyzing his facial expressions. As in, I'm going to try and insight this shit out of this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Gravekeeper.
Gravekeeper. Okay. Gravekeeper Thorin, how long have you been working here for?
Looking for that eye twitch or something.
116 years.
116.
And counting.
Would that make you the longest running staff member here?
Damn it.
There is one who's been here longer than me. Let me find the name of that individual. Okay. NPCs.
Yeah, Marcus, has he actually been here for that long, or is he lying?
This is for the rest of the conversation.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you could take your time.
Oh, there's
The abbot.
Yes?
Abbot Hestrom, who's
Yes,
been
sir.
here 160.
160.
Abbot Hestrom. Hestrom.
AM. Okay. How about Hestrom?
OM.
OM. Okay.
Hestrom.
Wonderful. I see. And what is the role of an abbot here in the Dwarven Graves?
For those who worshipped Ojun, he upkeeps rites, religious rites. And his metal form will be around here longer than me. So Abbot Hestrom, he says, is a warforged.
Oh, he's a Warforged. Okay. It must be quite distressing seeing the Warforged Raves get robbed as a fellow Warforged. What is he? Where is he? What does he think of this whole ordeal?
He's as stressed as us. These are our kin as much as they are his.
Mm-hmm.
And
Where is he?
we are his. He's in the Abbey.
Okay, and we haven't been there yet.
Probably.
Okay, cool.
You met in the lobby or sort of the foyer to the Abbey,
Yeah.
like real briefly,
Okay, I see.
but you didn't explore it much beyond that.
And what of your other stuff? Your fellow gravekeeper here, Belkrin, was it?
Belric.
Belric. How long have you been working here?
So he sort of looks to Belric, who's like tending to some papers.
Mhm.
He's been here 10 years.
10 years, I see. And the
Which-
record keep? Oh, sorry.
You know, still a junior, still learning, but he's picked up a lot.
It's always gratifying to know that someone else is ready to take the flame.
I know
What's
that
it cost
whenever I join the kin buried here, as which is my honour, for I have served them all my life. He is an honest man who can take up the reins.
Also the newest.
Let me check your inside. Babado. There's a slight bit of like it's not necessarily truthfulness, it's more like a sadness to his voice when he talks about like having, you know, served them honorably. There's like a mourning to it. I will say that.
Who served who honorably?
Well, you know, so Thorin, who you're speaking to, who's the senior keeper, he mentioned, you know, that he's earned the honor to be buried here when he passes having, you know, served them honorably and honestly his whole life. But there's a hesitation to it. There's like a deep sadness there. You know, like he has regrets. Of course, you know, ultimately he has failed them, given they've been broken into, but yeah.
Potentially, it's just out of his incompetence that he feels that sorrow.
Mm.
But it could be something else.
Is that something you'd signal to Gabriel? Tap him on the shoulder, shove him aside? I don't know.
Babado's not very subtle.
Okay. I'll
But
continue.
he doesn't want to be.
Okay. I'll continue asking him. Oh, unless you had something to say.
Isn't it, Lucidad?
Things have happened in the past
Indeed
20
they have.
years that I'm not proud of. And he just seems to choose his words very carefully there.
Well, proud. Do you feel responsible for any of this?
There's a deeper hesitation, and he sort of goes, I wish I didn't feel responsible for any of this.
I'm just curious. Do we need to make another insight check for that particular statement? I think.
Well, we did say we'd keep those for the conversations, and Babado's on a 28, so I'm sort of narrating, like, you know, how he's saying things as he's saying things.
Okay. Okay.
It could
fair
sound
enough.
like a very careful choice of words.
If this is I understand this is a pretty impossible occurrence for your people, and even though it's been going for a while, you shouldn't blame yourself.
Unless there was some deliberate action that led to this. You are in no fault. Wouldn't you say?
It's hard to not lose your honor when something like this has happened under your supervision.
Has happened was done by someone. Didn't just happen. The wording is interesting.
Can I should have done this earlier, honestly. Subtle spell detect thoughts. He doesn't have to make a save, just his surface thoughts.
He is really hoping you... Actually, no, at the moment, he's fearing for his own life.
Oh, Jesus.
I see.
On the surface thoughts. He feels as though he's having to choose his words very carefully because there is a great pain in his head at the moment.
In his head?
He's hiding his winces very well, but he's in a lot of pain.
Is this a Gias?
Someone's mind controlling him. We need to pull him out.
I think he's being threatened.
No. It's physical pain, correct? That he's feeling.
Mental pain.
Seems like that.
Okay.
On the detect thoughts.
It's real. So it's not. So it's
okay.
Do you have any spells that can help us here, bud?
No. Look, they might kill switch him instantly. Like, we might have to play this out further. For all we know, it's Belric. We have to keep him on the leash. Just a little longer. He's in pain, but he's not dead. He's not dying. It's okay. Besides, you don't even know this. Only Gabriel does.
Yeah. True. Fair enough.
I should have done this way earlier. I kind of forgot I had that spell. And Gabriel will continue saying, like, he's been going around each of the staff, and eventually he'll go on to the record keeper. What of her? How long has she been working here? Do let me know if anything changes in his mind. I'm still concentrating.
She's been here an honorable 40 years.
I see.
And she's done a great service to us all with how well she's been keeping things running and intact. The record keeper was, before her, not the best. Babado, he's telling a lie.
Okay.
He's lying through his teeth. And the sort of fear, Gabriel, the pain kind of sharpens, and both Babado, you see him wince, and probably Madeline and Gabriel see him wince a little bit, just like the twitch of an eye and like the clench of his teeth.
It's the record keeper. I see.
Alright.
I'm going to. Oh well, actually, no. I don't think I need to. Yeah.
Actually, real quick, Madeline's going to whisper to Bubbledo and Gabriel. Does either of you guys have any like detect magic spells that could be used to see if he's actively being influenced, or?
Let me check it.
Yeah.
Because like, this is like casting a spell though. Just be careful.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be too obvious if we try and do some detect magic.
I think there's very obviously magic here.
I think we know
I
what's
did that
going on
earlier.
here. And I think
Yeah.
Oh, did you
I
detect
think
it
we just
earlier?
walk away here.
Maybe,
Let him
maybe I would go.
unsuspicious himself. So I'll stop grilling the guy.
Okay.
I'll sort of lower my eyes a bit.
Actually, no, sorry. You go. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Well, you should not blame yourself for what happened here. If you are truly innocent, then you have nothing to worry about. You will get these things back to the way they should be.
Can I shift my detect thoughts to Belric?
There's a bit of relief. The pain sort of subsides, and he's like, he's thinking, "Oh, they moved on." It's hard to not feel that way. Have you all seen everything that you need to hear?
Marcus, real quick, just to double check for the invisibility, would that see any, like, say, scrying orbs?
It would see scrying orbs and such.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to just activate it real quick. Just to see.
There are no scrying orbs here.
Okay.
Nothing pops up as invisible.
I'm going to cast message on Gabriel and tell him that he was lying about Castellian.
I'll just confirm her name as well.
Can I also shift my detect thoughts to Belric just to see if he's also under fear of death and mental pain?
Belric is not.
Yeah,
Belric
that's
is
good.
going like. Belric's still kind of pissed about how Thorin let you guys touch the cloth. It's Callien Varesco is the
Callien.
sister.
Okay.
Callien. Oh,
Callien. Okay.
I think I had it down as Castellian.
Um,
No, okay.
Okay.
It's
I think we let this guy rest now, yeah. Gabriel will say, "Thank you, you have provided much information. I must converse with my team now, and we will update you of any information that we acquire. Thank you."
Alright. Alright, let's go in,
And
Lennar.
as we go,
dresses.
before we go back, Gabriel is going to tell the two of you, yes, he was lying about Callien. His life is at stake here. There's mental pain, a Gios spell, blackmail of some kind. He's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, actually, to be safe, should one of us stay nearby him and the others just in case? If he is our only link to
no.
the greater conspiracy.
I think if whoever's doing this does not yet know that we know that they are being mind controlled, then if we suddenly act differently, they will know that we know.
The sharp pain disappeared when we stopped questioning him. So long as we're not around him, they won't press him. Because
We
we
put them
won't
in
share
more
information.
danger by attempting to protect them.
Understood. Alright.
He's not going to
let's-
die, Madeline. I won't let it.
I just want to make sure we're there if any moves are made, but understood. Alright, let's go. Let's see how Lenore and Francis.
Francis still isn't back, so awkward.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think there's still more to talk about.
Yeah.
I'll say
and
this.
as he walks in front of you, leading you back up, Babado, you see him just wipe the tiniest bit of blood from his ear.
Oh yeah, that's not
It's
that's
his brain.
real pain.
It's
Yeah,
mind,
he's-
it's his mind stuff, yeah.
we
I
got
know that,
dispel magic that shit.
Yeah,
We
I think
can't.
he'll
We can't,
sort
not
of
yet.
like grit his teeth at the sight, and then I'll be like, "Yeah, I know that pain, buddy."
Not yet.
Um,
Actually, what? Okay, why not? I want.
What do you mean, why not?
Why not?
No,
Yeah, why
we're not doing
Because
it.
then whoever's casting this magic is gonna know it was dispelled, and all of
Do you know
Karma's
what
gone.
happened
Okay.
the last time we dispelled something? Do you need to be reminded?
Okay, but if we
How much
dispel
shit
it,
blew up?
he instantly
No,
tells
we're
us
not
the issue.
dispelling it. We're not dispelling it. No.
We don't know
We
who
know
else is
what's
mind
going
controlling
on.
Richie.
It's better for us because we're at an advantage in information.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright.
If we give them the understanding that we know, then we're at a disadvantage. And now they have no reason to keep him alive.
And you can't
Well-
guarantee that he'll tell us just because we remove it. He's still under
Yeah.
threat. The immediate pain will be gone, but the threat looms over.
Yeah, that's Richie Brown
Alright.
disappointed.
Alright.
No, don't be. It's
listen.
okay. He suggested something.
Listen.
Let's not bash on someone for suggesting things.
You're all assuming that this guy doesn't care about his job. He clearly
No,
does.
no.
He's just
When did I say
aware
that? When did I say that?
He's
I-
being
that's
Well,
not
then-
I'm
he's
talking
being
Melon,
out of fear.
roll
If he
me-
says- he's
Roll me a
being-
perception check.
Who?
Madeline.
Okay. Not that great.
Don't worry about it.
Alright.
Anyway,
He's only in pain. He can handle pain. He's been alive for 160. He's been working here for 116 years. He can take it. That is a strong dwarf.
Alright. So who's the we need to talk to someone else then. See if
It's
they
Patrick.
also
I'm gonna cut back to Lenore. With Francis, with Sister Callian. Just disregard that whole conversation, Matt. About how
Okay.
you might be, standing alone with
No, we good.
Francis.
We're chilling. No, we're good.
the rat.
Wait. No,
it
actually, it's
possible
better
if-
that I don't inform Lenore yet. Fine. Okay. I was gonna maybe sending spell, but I was like, it's fine. It's fine.
Is Velka able to freaking give me I just want to
We
see that.
continue walking
I was too slow.
on towards the abbey.
Oh yeah, Velky, I tell you everything as well. Just you're there.
Let me chat about the abbey here.
Concerning.
Okay.
Bruh, and to think I was gonna.
It is
swap the
it is
text
a
also.
large stone church. So real dark slate it's crafted out. It's almost as dark as like basalt. Very sort of Germanic, almost like the Cologne Cathedral. Not quite as still sort of as gothic, but not as detailed. It's still dwarven in the way that it is quite blocky, but it is like a fortress at the base of the Ardent Summit, looking over Kingsman's March. And Sister Callian goes, the records. It will be with Sister Orena here. She's the other record keeper here. Is there anything specific you are looking for here?
What? Can I tell what language the records were kept in?
They would be Dwarvish.
Okay. Thank God. I'm gonna start perusing through hopefully by date. I'm gonna start looking to see, looking at her predecessor's work and then to where she picks up. I'm specifically
Okay.
looking for where she takes up the mantle, those records.
No worries. Roll me an investigation check.
I'd rather not. I'd rather just find them, if that's okay with you.
Well, as a rogue, you probably will just find them.
Okay. Location. Alright.
15. Never in doubt. So you don't necessarily notice like a shift in much of a writing style. It's all kind of written as like logs of who was on shift during certain days. And because it's dwarves and we're looking over like a time of many decades. Luckily, it's meticulous. The dwarves are not known for being like scruffy with these sorts of records. What you do find though, as you're searching through, Sister Callian's records.
And while searching, I'm going to make a point to be very casual and making conversation still, being very polite.
You find... You find one strange inconsistency. There is, and it's under the entrance, the logs on who was on shift, essentially during the break-ins. Now the way it's done is sign books, so you sign in your hours, so it's all different bits of handwriting. However, for the 11th and 4th bodies that were robbed, WF Toonwatch 7, the name of the sentry who was on duty, seems to be written in Callian's hand.
Mm-hmm.
Because WF Toonwatch 7 was in on one additional night during a break-in, which would be number 3, which is written in a different handwriting. But that does align with Sister Callian's.
Hey. Mm-hmm. Could I make a show of... Lenore will make a mental note of that, but visibly she's just going to keep turning the pages as though nothing is amiss, so as to not alert the racist with me.
Apart from that, remarkably, everything else is very well kept, and there aren't any other consistent or inconsistencies, should I say, that you can pick out. Just that very subtle.
Do you often work here alone?
Why, yes. I work here alone most of the time.
No assistants, no mentees, nothing, no apprentice? That is very impressive. I imagine you're quite busy.
There's not much that goes on here from day to day. So, the amount of work is a lot for 2 people, but we managed to get it done on shifts.
And how is your coworker? What do you think of him?
She is...
Oh, is it not bleeding ear guy?
No, you're talking about the bleeding ear guy. So he's a tomb keeper, not a record holder.
Gotcha, right.
If you're asking her about the tomb keeper, she just says, he's very devout. He takes a lot of pride in his work. That is very honourable. I think what's going on with the graves, though, has affected him more than others, and that's saying something because it's been bad for all of us.
And your other halves, the other Vataklippa. Your own handiwork is most efficient. I take it you could do twice work of her in a day? She needs to have around still?
Like Belric, Orena is new. She'll get there.
I could only imagine that this whole robbery business is most distressing for you. Hopefully we're able to sort this out very quickly and alleviate tension for all involved.
I would expect a royal such as yourself, especially commissioned by the Dwarven King, to be most apt for the job.
Oh, you do recognize me. How learned. Well, man. From your earlier conversation, I thought you were, shall we say, more shy.
While I'm shy, I'm well read. Well, I believe it must be time to meet up with the rest of your friends.
Of course, lead on.
And you are met by Lenore, Francis, and God damn it, my names. Callian. Sort of leading from the abbey as you guys are approaching it.
Is my detect thoughts still active? I can cast it again. It's a second level spell.
Yeah, he kind of tenses up a bit.
Could I have made a point?
He's like,
oh, sorry.
In his mind, he's like, sort of, are these guys leaving soon? They, haven't come to much. Although he does suspect there is something that you're not telling him. I will say that. Like, you've been talking amongst yourselves a lot. He's like, there's sort of a thing of like, is there something they're not bothering to tell us? Do they know more about Callian?
Can Gabriel also have made a point to constantly switch, like, as they walk back up, to detect thoughts, like, every passing staff member, see who else is under this sheer pain?
You don't pass any staff members.
Okay, sure.
On the way up. For such a large site, there's not many staff.
And Corlena? Not bloody Corlena, Callian, sorry.
You shift the detect thoughts to her. It's blank. There's nothing.
It's guarded. Okay.
No.
Huh?
There are no thoughts.
0.
Oh, jeez.
I think Gabriel will
Is
quickly whisper
Callian
this.
a Warforged?
Callian is a dwarf.
Okay.
Um,
That's good.
Madeline, is it possible for Madeline just to have we checked to make sure she's real and like we physically touch her?
Check to make sure she's
Just
real.
not just an illusion.
This
What,
we're
give it a
this
punch her in the
part of
face?
the investigation.
Roll investigation. Then. Yeah, I'm trying to see like, is this an illusion?
Technically, you haven't checked to see if she's real.
Can I just
But
reach
Tina
over and
pick
like
up
touch
stuff
her
and-
arm
yeah.
and go, "Thank you so much for showing me the records."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You touch her arm. She's picked things up and handed it to you guys.
Okay.
That's nice.
I could,
Could it be a simulacrum then or something?
Wait, does she have any magical items on her? Let's see.
Nope.
Gabriel will ask. I could cast a spell, but it's not subtle.
Okay, well, what kind of spell are we talking about here?
It's a spell of my creation. It will dispel all illusion and enchantment spells of a specific level or lower, and create a zone of truth. And create a field where no hostile actions will be permitted without punishment.
I think we do that with everyone.
Is that
here.
so, wait? Hold on. So no thoughts. I mean, is she being mind controlled?
She could be being mind controlled. She could be
Mind
Could
controlled.
I roll
Well,
it?
it'd be more like mind, like puppeted. Like she's literally like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like literally, like she no longer has thoughts and is being remotely controlled.
Actually,
So-
before I cast it, we should speak to Abbott first. Before we do anything.
I hate to ask, but is there any look of like she's like she doesn't look like any sort of like she died or like she's like a dead body?
Yeah,
Like
it could
it-
be a zombie.
Roll me
Yeah.
a medicine check.
You
God.
notice the gaping wound on her head.
no, like she was poisoned and now she's being like physically controlled.
Yeah.
Is there any way Velky can help me out with this?
What are you making?
I have a medicine check.
Remember, when I ask someone to make a medicine check, two people can roll.
Okay.
I don't think
Okay.
I think I'm pretty good at medicine. I think.
Okay. Who's good at medicine? Who's good at medicine?
It's you,
It's
Mondo.
wisdom based. So
Okay,
probably
so
you,
me-
Salvador. Unless
Okay.
Lenore has a.
Oh yeah, I got 10 medicine. I
Okay,
think
so
I'm
then-
the man for the job.
Anyone else besides Bodo with 10? Anyone above a 4? Please, someone above a 4.
Does anyone have more than a +4? Speak now or ever hold your peace.
Wait, I can look at Francis's character sheet. Wait. His medicine is 1. No, Francis.
Okay, so all right, Bodo, let's go, boy.
Ugh,
Oh,
I'm rolling. We're rolling shit today.
You don't think she's a zombie.
okay.
Okay.
Well, that's
Not a zombie.
You are
Hey.
remarkably confident that she's not a zombie.
okay. Well then, vampires don't have. They're not able to physically control their.
Uh,
They are. They can puppet their spawn.
They can.
Yeah.
Have we been
It's
in
like rule number
darkness
one
this
of
whole
vampires.
time?
That's like rule number 1. No, it's been day. You arrived in day. It's
Okay,
like
but
getting
have-
to like mid-afternoon.
Before
have
we
we
make any-
seen her in the light of day?
You have. She's standing in it now.
Okay.
So that's not a okay. Throw away the
Oh.
undead concept.
Before we make any
Okay.
conclusions, let's talk to everyone because it might be Abbott who's controlling things.
All right. Let's bring them all together. Bring it all together.
Fucking illusion.
So you walk in to see the abbot. You see an old and dignified dwarf wearing these large.
Wait, I thought it was Warforged.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, large and dignified Warforged. Wearing these robes of like copper color. There's almost like a metallic sheen to them. He's wearing glasses over his like eye lenses, and his skin tone's like this sort of slate grey almost, and you see his eye lenses kind of adjust through the glasses, but you're not sure why the hell he needs glasses. He's a Warforged. He's got this big sort of priestly hat that resembles like something of like a cardinal, and this sort of crooked staff that like curves forward at the front, and he's got this big like beard made of wiring. I was wondering when you guys would get around here.
Before I say anything, I shift my detect thoughts to him. I don't know how it works with Warforged. Let's give it a go.
You're hit with a load of what seems like
Okay, well that is fruitless.
Darius!
Okay. Well, there is no point keeping. Well, I'll keep my detect thoughts on him just in case it
Yeah.
changes.
It's almost like he has thoughts.
Yeah.
You just sort of struggle to comprehend them.
Makes sense. Yep. It was worth
Or like a
a shot.
series of processes. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Gabriel will
You're
ask.
the guys brought in from the king to
That is
come
correct.
help with this situation. I heard about what happened over at the fissure. Made quite a name for yourselves.
I was so
Wow.
sick of Scottish accents, guys. I can only do so many.
Gabriel will say, "You praise us well, thank you very much, but we are simply here as humble investigators looking to help. How has this been on you, Abbot? This must be quite stressful."
People seeking knowledge must find it themselves. Stealing it from others don't make you no smarter. And trying to steal our brethren from their rest. No, doesn't make me too happy.
The workers thrive on stolen knowledge.
I don't know who that is.
Sorry.
Oh, nothing.
This your lead.
A meditation on the culture of the North in current times.
Honor among thieves, then.
I must admit, the investigation has us a little perplexed. Upon searching the graves as respectfully as we can, it's odd to me especially that one particular Warforged was buried with their ceremonial cloth wrapped quite differently to the rest of its brethren.
That was called. We just didn't know the nature of it. It's not in a form I recognize. We kept as is for the purpose of investigations. I figured let's not correct it, maybe it leads to something.
Indeed. I wanted to ask about the staff here. You mentioned that, well, sorry, your staff mentioned that it's been happening for 20, 30 years?
20.
20 years. And obviously you've seen the staff come and go. Gravekeeper Thorn here has been here for quite a while. Belric's been here for a short time. And there was mention of a previous record keeper. Who were they exactly?
Can you please repeat that one? Because you asked a lot of questions there.
Oh, okay. To long story short, there's been a lot of previous staff. I'm wondering if the previous record keeper might have stashed some records elsewhere that isn't normally kept, like records not normally kept where they normally are.
Well, I can certainly provide you those records, but they would predate the robberies. So I would have to ask as to the relevance of why you would need those. They're just in the records room.
I would say there's some value in understanding the differences in recordings from now as to before. What changed?
Well, you'd have to ask Kelly in there, but I'm sure the sister can show you. I have no issues.
Well, I actually wanted to ask about the previous record keeper. I don't want to limit our investigation to the idea that we're only looking at the past 20 years. In the event that this is a plot that has been long running,
Well,
the previous. Yep.
Friar Malcolm is dead and buried now.
What happened to him? Was he a dwarf?
It was. I believe his age caught up to him. He crossed 380 years by the time he died, and had already sustained several wounds from his younger days in the war. He died 41 years ago. Then he petitioned to have a replacement scribe, and Callian was sent from the college.
Interesting.
Previous scribe was Friar Malcolm.
Friar Malcolm. Okay, thank you. Okay, I don't know. I don't want to ask too much that makes it too obvious. I see. So Callian here was not. Did you personally hire the rest of the staff?
Well, I certainly interviewed them. Warden also
Callian
had to say.
was sent here by the college.
She was.
Which college was that?
The Scribes Collegiate up in Tan's Forge. This university
Makes sense.
from sort of spellcraft and record keeping, those sorts of
Is that the typical
academic
way
tasks.
of doing things?
That is.
Scribes
Either
as a-
that or the church.
Did you also interview Callian then? Was that her process of being hired here?
I did. When she arrived, I showed her around and taught her how to do her jobs with whatever notes Friar had left behind.
Oh my god, I really want to escalate this, but I don't know
You
if it's the
gotta
right
be
thing to do.
careful.
Yeah.
Well,
I really, because
actually,
Callian
Take the heat
Gabriel,
off
moved.
Callian for a minute. Move to someone else and then move back. You gotta do a bit of a pattern. Snaky.
Is Callian here? In the room.
Callian's in the back, yeah.
Oh.
She's in the room with you guys. She's followed you
Oh,
through,
okay.
do
along
you
with the other
have
staff members.
do you have detect magic up? Not detect, detect thoughts still,
Yeah, I did.
Gabriel?
But we're being watched. So yeah, take the heat off of Callian for a little bit, move to someone else, and then you can move back. Just don't focus too heavily on one person.
Maybe the new kid. We put the heat a little bit on them.
Mm.
Like they're the new one. Recently came by.
So then you must have interviewed Belric as well then. He seems to take his role very seriously. He was, I admit, not too pleased that we asked to take a look at the ceremonial garment.
Belric was interviewed by the warden and then myself. He joined halfway through this fiasco, and the warden wanted someone who he can trust, who's staunchly loyal. And I can say, and he kind of looks towards Belric, he's doing a good job so far.
Mm.
Not all there yet, but he's getting there.
No, just nods. I'll do better. I promise.
Quick question: do these guys know that it was an inside job? As in, someone was inside, broke the ward to let someone in. Is that
They don't.
known knowledge?
They
don't.
haven't told you that they know that. If they
I
do.
think the sentiment was they deny that it would be possible because it's such a horrific
Thing for them
thing to
do.
do to their
Yeah.
own culture.
It's yeah. Okay, I see. Or do we just blow it wide open and say, "Well, we've discovered this in our investigation. What do you think of that?"
No, no, we don't.
And Gabriel will then say, "You must trust all of your staff, men. If you've interviewed them all personally, I don't suppose some of them have been changed in recent years because of what's been happening. It's quite the toll on the mind.
It's affected us all.
Did you not ever fear incompetence from some of your underlings here?
I fear incompetence after we've petitioned the Crown on 20 separate occasions to secure the wards, and every single time they've failed. As much as it's our jobs to maintain the security and honor of this place, it's clear that whoever's been stealing this is above any of our pay grades or competencies when it comes to detection, because if the wards can't stop them, damn sure none of us could. They've been doing their best.
Might I request for some insight checks from people?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been grilling this guy a little bit, so.
Yeah, let's do that. I think Lennar is here too. He should be doing the
Yeah.
insight check. She's got
Roll
that
that shit,
eye.
Lenore.
I'm chilling.
Come on,
Insight.
and Velky, I need. Where's those?
Um, yeah, it's Velky
inspirations
flashing.
and
One of my
Yeah.
last couple
Flash. Flash
Lost
that shit,
flash?
Velky.
Save the
Is this
flash.
the last
Yeah, save
flash?
it, save it, save it.
I got.
Oh wait.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
You got
it's up to you
three.
if you want to use it.
up to you.
Alright, fuck it. Yeah, it's a good guy to check it on. I'm gonna use one on Lenore.
On Lenore, bringing it to a 23. Lenore, he is very protective over his staff.
Well,
you can.
okay.
Oh, sorry.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
what
'cause
is
you
what is
min-roll.
flash? So I have a thing,
Lost
so
it.
I got an 8.
Yes.
So I would have got 19, so 20. So it'll be 25.
25 total. Okay. He definitely. You can tell he's probably not a big fan of the investigation.
Yeah.
And I think he's not very happy that, you know, they came in and immediately started questioning him about the staff, as opposed to, like, you know, the integrity of anything else here. So he seems at the very least very protective over his staff,
Hmm.
and is sort of taking a role of, like, it's not their fault that this has happened. It's that, you know, Zaloris has had 20 years to do better and stop this from happening, and seems to have, you know, turned a blind eye to it for all intents and purposes, with, like, the resources that they could provide versus the resources that they have provided. And now that they're, like, doing another investigation, they're not even doing it themselves, they've sent foreigners.
No, fair point.
That is weird.
So
You
he's
make a good
definitely
point.
he's definitely defensive given the circumstances.
Do you think that this administration has been treating the issue poorly?
Given you're employed by the Crown, I will not answer that question. I do not know who or what you're reporting back to them.
Well, I can say
That I've been
objectively.
loyal to Kingsman's March this whole time.
Well, regardless of subjectivity, I can agree with full objectivity that there's been an issue here for 20 years that just hasn't been properly resourced or supported. And I'm
Your
sorry for
words,
that.
not mine.
It is
I know.
strange that there was no reinforcement sent after 20 years of robbery from the grave.
Especially in such a sacred place.
If it truly is such a crime to obstruct the peace of these resting bodies, surely a ruler would have the dignity to protect them. strange.
Abbott, it is your choice how you want to perceive us. And I understand that it is not a good light, as this is a internal dwarven business, and yet we from the north, who have no relation to the Warforged or the dwarves, have been sent on this investigation. I understand how it looks, but I do want to tell you, and I do wish for you to believe that as people coming from another culture, we only want to help. We came to the South to experience what it's like to see a world that is different to ours. And I want to extend an olive branch that we really are just here trying to help.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay. Ugh.
With all due respect, continue your investigation. My staff have already been under enough scrutiny. And they've been through a lot through this whole process. Their honor being questioned in the capital, while I would say the bare minimum has been done.
Gabriel will return to the party and say, I'm not sure we can get much more out of him. He is simply defending his people.
Well seeming, but stubborn.
I will note, his mind isn't blank. He's not under, it doesn't seem to be under the same spell, at least from what I can comprehend.
Potentially it is a spell that cannot affect constructs.
I do believe he's simply trying his best here. If I were to plan a course of action, it would be once more to isolate the record keeper. But that is quite an aggressive move to do.
I think we have to understand the properties of the record keeper in order to attack the situation correctly.
Yeah.
We need to find this puppeteer, the one doing all the mind controlling. Someone in the background. That cloth was laid by the hands of a priest of Drakesh, not by anyone else.
Indeed.
We have two people who are, one with no thoughts, one who's unable to tell us what they truly feel, and one that we believe could be running the show, or is just the agent on the scene to make sure everyone follows and complies.
Gravekeeper, Thorin. Permission to cast a spell. It is simply to detect magic, seeing if there are any more traces of it in the area.
I wouldn't do it in the abbot's office, but
Outside, of course.
I don't see why not.
I'm gonna whisper. Why not in the Abbot's office?
You already wasn't a fan of all this.
I mean, true, I guess. But it'd be the clearest way for him to see that we're going to clear
I'm going to
all
put my
people.
hand on Madeline's shoulder.
I thought you were gonna say over her mouth.
We've done enough to upset this firm. And I'll sort of wink at you with it so that it isn't facing anyone else. Like, yeah, we're gonna do it, but like, don't tell them that we're gonna do it.
Fair enough.
I guess as we leave the office, Gabriel will ask Velki, might I ask you to start detecting magic? Get close to Thorin and Kallian. I want to see if it is enchantment magic. And we can try to find if there are other sources of enchantment elsewhere.
We need to detect Abbott's office. If there is something that they don't want us to see, we need to see it. We need to find this puppeteer.
Okay,
And before they
Velki?
know
Oh,
that we know they exist.
I feel like I'm getting like two separate requests here.
we'll detect magic the two outside the Abbott's office first, and then we'll figure out a way to.
Is
verify
Valky the
somehow.
only one with detect magic?
I do, but it takes 10 minutes because it's a ritual spell.
I can do it. I'll do it.
You
Put my,
gotta do it.
I put my spectacles on and start inspecting, walking around, like as we're walking around, pretending to look at like footpaths and stuff.
Okay. Because you're focusing on the two of them, this time I will have an Arcana check, even with the
Okay.
detect magic. Gias, the whole idea of it is it's meant to be very hidden. It is detectable, but my interpretation of the Gias is it's something that's really hard to find. It's a very high level enchantment spell,
Yeah.
assuming it is a Gias, right?
Mhm.
But he-
26.
She knows what to look
Well,
for.
that'll fucking
26
fucking
is
do it.
alright. That's alright.
There is enchantment in the very core of Thorin's head.
And Kallian?
And a very thick but subtle is the best way to put it. Like you're seeing just the edge of a shield of transmutation around Kallian.
Oh no.
That is a construct. That is something else. That is not normal.
Oh shit. Okay, who builds the constructs? The transmutation wizard?
Albus Shrike.
Well,
Okay, so okay, so Shrike is transmuting constructs
Yeah,
into
it's like she's covered in like when you sort of delve deeper into it, you can't see the edge of the field of transmutation. That's sort of the way it is. But the start is very thin. Like you look at the surface of an ocean, like right on the horizon, like you know it's there, but you can't see the depth of it. Would be the best way to put it. It's been around for a long time, and it's very well masked, but it's quite a large bit of transmutation.
Okay. Okay, well that's awkward. Everything focuses on Kallian, so I feel like we really need to isolate her somehow. That's not sus. Any ideas?
Would you said isolator?
What do we
Subtly.
do after we isolate her? What is the plan here? How do we subdue her? Are we going to kill her? Are we going to get her arrested? Are we going to dispel her?
Whatever it is.
I've got a pretty high what's it called?
Yeah. Likely the
That's what
fact that Thorin's under a Gaius, and you can confirm that on 26 Arcana. I'm not going to be a dick. You're familiar enough with a Gaius spell, given like you dealt with Kalthas casting one.
There was a space.
But you know what a Gaius looks like. You know that means that Thorin probably knows more. But if he speaks up about the details of the Gaius or anything contrary to what the Gaius, or if he does anything contrary to it, he can just drop dead. That's how Gaius works. He's probably doesn't have more than 5d10 hit points.
I could remove it.
What do we do?
We've seen Sylvanas' simulacrum. Is there any way we can discern what sort of creature Kalyan is right now?
Not on a simple detect magic. It's different to like a simulacrum, though. You know that.
Okay.
You could. A simulacrum is a very inherently magical thing.
Metal
This is
skeleton
like
with
an
living
aura
flesh on the outside.
transmutation. Yeah, it's like made of snow. Is a simulacrum. Like, this. It's not necessarily a simulacrum.
I don't know.
Transmutation is changing one thing to another thing. That's what the school's about.
It's like a golem, or like it's a disguise. It's one or the other.
I think it's literally like I turn water into wine, I turn metal into flesh. You are now a human.
You're a real
body.
boy.
Yeah, like Pinocchio. I think that's literally what's going on here. It's Pinocchio. Okay, let me think here. How do we?
I feel like we really should remove the Gaius spell from Thorin.
Yeah.
I think Gabriel's thing, his personal spell's probably our best bet, maybe.
Is there somewhere we can trap Cassian? Sorry, is it Cassian? What is the fucking name?
Kalyan Aresco.
Okay, Callian. Can we trap Callian and then dispel it and trap Callian's ocean? Like fucking.
We don't need to trap her. We just need to remove her from the situation,
Yeah,
which we've done before.
If she gets away, I've done my job. It's like, well, if she freaks the fuck out, then it's her.
The thing is, when I cast my spell,
Well, she's out here casting Gaius and.
But I don't give
we don't know
a
it's
shit.
her
I'll
casting
shoot
it.
her in the face.
We.
I'm sure. No, I don't care. I'll shoot her in the face, Liam. That's a good quote.
When I cast my
Absolutely.
spell, it dispels all enchantment and illusion, 5th level or lower, all around me. If whatever core Kalyan is under 5th level, I can dispel her too. Single casting together.
I feel like it might be a very high level transmutation, but we can go for
Do you
it.
want to try and dispel the transmutation, or dispel the enchantment?
Not here. Like this is. Well, I'll be using Gabriel's Divine Court, Marcus. So all enchantment and illusion spells. It's 5th level or lower.
Interesting.
So it's not even transmutation. Sorry, like it doesn't dispel transmutation. But if there's an enchantment or illusion on her, my preference would be to, if Thorin is currently our only lead, then we have to get Thorin away, and I want to be off the grounds because I'll be casting a spell on their sacred grounds, and they won't like that.
Okay, yes. What spell type is that?
Enchantment.
Enchantment.
Okay.
It's 5th enchantment.
All right then.
Unless it's of a higher cost, then that's a different story. But
Should we try to?
You can still roll though, right? If it's too high, or is that not on that?
I don't think that's The other thing I can do is, does Greater Restoration remove a Gias?
I think so.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay. I whisper that to Belky.
I think it would. Sorry, what kind of
Arcana?
check?
Yeah.
Arcana. Yes, sir. Still kind of good.
Confer with the
Wasting your
wizards.
20s,
Turning off
brother.
advantage.
19? Yeah, it does.
Okay.
There you go with that.
I could do it subtly. Like, I could do
Um,
on the grounds right here.
The conditions to remove a Gauss spell is remove curse, greater restoration, or wish. Dispel magic doesn't do it.
Interesting.
Huh.
Okay. So it's greater restoration then. I could, but is everyone sold on the idea? Lenore as well? Do you have any thoughts on this?
No problems here.
I think we're good.
Okay, first of all, we need to surround Kellyan.
We could get an excuse to all go to
Galleon?
the records room or something.
Yeah, we gotta be around her to kill her. And then Gabriel's gotta be like in range for
It's touch.
It's touch. Okay. So you're gonna be by yourself over there.
That's fine. I'll be fine.
We're all gonna be in the records room, and then I'm gonna cast this spell on Callian's transmutation. How's that
Okay.
sound? Is everyone in on the
You're
plan?
dispelling the transmutation first, or greater restorationing the Geas first?
It'd probably be better to
restore
restore
the
first
Gaius
to see if she
first,
reacts. Yeah.
and then do the transmutation.
Okay. Groundskeeper Thorin, Gravekeeper Thorin, might I speak with you privately for a bit?
Sure. Yes, what are you after?
Might we just sit down and chat for a while? At a nice place. They can continue the investigation.
Okay, let's see, does this require concentration? No. Okay, I'm gonna cast message on Gabriel so that he can tell me when he's done the restoration. And then I'm also going to essentially the idea is I'm gonna time it so like the second after the restoration is done, I'm going to cast Dispel Magic. So it's just like boom, okay, and then Gabriel's like, okay, I did it, and then I'm like, boom.
Message is
Yeah.
1 round in duration, though. It's like 6 seconds.
Whatever it is, essentially like try to do it as closely as possible after.
Sure. I will try my best to answer your questions.
No worries. Let us go over there. And I will wait until everyone has arrived at the record-keeping room, and when I get the message spell from Baba Doe, I'll
Yep,
cast Greater
it was-
Restoration. Yep.
It was easy enough because you mentioned going through the previous record keeper's records.
Mm.
So Callian will take you to the record.
This
Keeping room.
rivalry brutal.
Is so everyone else just checking, just getting show of hands. Everyone else is going to the record room, yeah.
Yep.
Do we want to have someone wing around?
That's up to you guys.
To do.
I feel like we should have someone with Gabriel, but I should also be with Babadoo for like a flash.
Yeah.
I reckon I'll be okay. I don't think there's a threat.
I don't
Plus,
think-
if they're gonna cast a spell on me, I have my Glow of Invulnerability.
I
that'll
think you will
activate.
cook that man if you need to.
Well, if he's gonna die to a Gias spell, I can kill him.
Yeah, well, I'm
Like,
worried is like as soon as you break the Gias, I'm pretty sure they know that the Gias is snapped, and we need to be there to catch whoever tries to make a run for it.
Yes.
Leave that with me. I have my sons.
I think we need to be around this Caspian creature that's able to cast.
You're getting
Aegus.
closer.
But if
Alright.
if you're really worried about it, we can have someone stationed outside the abbot's like room or whatever, just in case it's him. It's
No,
Madeline's call. What does she want to do?
no, we'll be together.
Okay.
In case. Yep.
Then might I position my conversation with Thorin to be near the doorway to leave?
So the records room is also in the abbot. Are you just doing it in the lobby then of the abbot? Like sort of 120 feet away? Gabriel.
As far away as from the abbot as possible.
Oh, as far away from the abbot as possible. Okay, so you're going like you can get far. You can get like 1,000 feet away if you wanted to.
Oh, 1,000 feet is quite a while away. Okay. Somewhere far enough that like there's no immediate reaction. Like I want Thorin isolated. I want him in a quiet place.
Yeah.
You know.
So you
Lenore
could easily walk him off back to the tomb, like with Belric.
Yep.
Which is like 5 minutes walk.
Yep.
He's got like protection seals against magic and shit on it too, right?
Yep.
It won't affect my spell, right? Like it's
It
on the
won't.
tomb.
Velky's
Okay,
cast
great.
magic in it before.
Okay, yeah. All right.
I think it's like a barrier.
So I'm just gonna wait for the message spell from Babado before once I receive it,
Yeah.
I'm going
Actually,
to
let's have a look at the range of message. The cantrip, correct?
120
Right,
feet.
100. I got
100.
135.
So you can only get 135 feet away for a message to work. You
as far
need
away
to-
as possible, like for this plan to work.
Okay, so you get 120 feet away.
Well, 135 with Valky. Who knows? The extra 15 feet might be useful.
You can get 135 feet away.
Yeah.
So you can get basically just outside the abbey while they're in the records room.
Okay. I'm just waiting for Valky's.
Yes.
I'll start
You're
a
in position.
conversation about mental health, just like how he's doing. Just ask him if there's anything on his mind. Nothing on the investigation. Just calm him down.
Okay, first of all, it's Gabriel that needs to go first, not.
Well, we can tell him to
Not
go
us.
and then time.
No, it's because if I
Yeah.
cast it first, I can't tell you because I don't have message. So I'm
No,
waiting for
message
someone,
allows you to reply.
but someone has to
allows
cast
you
it on me
two-way.
first.
Someone has to cast it on him. So Velky has to basically go, we're in position, and then Gabriel starts his shit.
Right.
So is there anything anyone wanted to do before
Sorry,
we enacted the plan?
Block
No,
on
you're
the
good,
door. That's it. No, Francis is block on the door. I'm not fucking block on the door.
Yeah. Hi. Frank's gonna kind of whisper here. You said we need him taken care of. We need him out of the way.
Not like that, Francis. Just I'll speak to him. Just be by the door in case things go awry.
I'm on it.
Okay.
So as you guys walk into the record room, Callian walks over to one of the bookshelves very casually and goes, I don't think the record room has ever had this many people in it. Sorry if that's a bit cramped in here.
Indeed. We've been in much worse places together.
I can find you the
By the way-
notes on Friar Malcolm, but I'm not sure how helpful they'll be. But you're the ones doing the investigation.
Anything could help. There are small hints in every little thing we find.
Quite the perceptive ones, then.
Ugh.
We'll cut to Gabriel.
Velky hasn't cast it yet, right?
As Velky sends a little message letting you know you're in position with you.
Okay.
Ready, do
I
it.
think, and Gabriel will say to Thorin, well, there's a lot of mental burden that you're under. And I hope you will be free of it. And Gabriel will subtle spell as he's puts a hand on Thorin's shoulder, greater restoration.
Thorin's eyes widen, and he goes, "You need to get them out of that room."
Jesus.
I
Gabriel-
told you.
His
Gabriel-
eyes melt in his eye socket
Oh no.
and sort of drip down his face as he slumps against the stairs.
Gabriel will
And
cast.
Belric. Let me just give me a sec,
Yeah.
and I'll get back to you. And Belric just lets out like a.
Don't want that.
Now you can go.
The moment he slumps, the moment his eyes, the first instance that he can, Gabriel will cast sending on Velki. Run, get out of the room.
Madeline is rushing. She's fucking dash
So-
speed as
so-
fast as
so-
she can.
So, you guys from inside would just hear Belric shriek. Velki then gets ascending that plays in her mind. And Sister Callien just turns around and goes, "They've put me here for 40 years. And Lufay can go fuck himself if he thinks I'm going to be here another year longer without seeing the empire we built." And
Well,
as people start going "Brrr," and things start breaking out, you see eyes begin opening up on her body, and these feathery wings suddenly break out of her
Yeah.
back. And this is what she turns into in a split second. As we're going to end the session as a radiant golden light,
Jesus.
and you feel like the stare of 1,000 souls. As a very, very ancient being from the Zenith Empire starts to manifest in front of you.
I fucking called it.
Like, you had the choice. We gave you the choice. If you wanted to do something differently, you just said follow the group.
So what we can do is neither you nor her gets a surprise round. So I think at the start of next session, when we come back, we'll roll initiative.
Oh, this is bad. I'm running out of high-level
yeah.
spell slots. I have 1/6.
I haven't used
1/4.
any yet. We're fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
I might EB this one. I might haste and just EB.
Good session. Sorry I disappeared for about 20-30 minutes there.
No, you're good.
First
Bruh.
official Zenith fight.
Can we roll initiative now?
Dude, I'm
Nope.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
wait till next session. So that did escalate quickly at the end, but I was like, oh no, she's onto you and
Yeah.
She knew. She knew.
All right. Well,
And
I
just-
am
There's
fine.
there's. You say that they have a surprise round.
no, I'm saying no one gets a surprise round. So you
Gotcha.
guys were all expecting it, and
It's
she
like-
was not
like-
expecting it.
Yeah, we both expected it, and then she got the thing at the same time that we did, like the same confirmation that it's time to fight.
Yeah.
Like we both knew
Yeah, fair.
immediately when Belric
So-
died.
Thorin.
When Thorin died and Belric
So,
yelled,
sorry,
Belric, just
that was the same. That was the same cue.
forgettable ass side characters.
Yawn.
Whatever, they're not the main character.
Anyway,
But
thank you guys
yes,
for playing.
eyes begin breaking up as like limbs snap.
Yeah, that's kind
Um,
of fucked.
like
So